Ladies, I'm here on the show, and I'm here to recap Sunday Night Football from tonight. Man, what a shocking result. The Baltimore Ravens beat the Buffalo Bills, 35-10 reaction. It's not just shock that the Ravens won, because they're a good team. They started off slow 0-2, but they've won 2 straight. Just the fact the Bills got blown out here tonight, 35-10. Their defense played really well. Their offense played really well. Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, especially the running attack. Derrick Henry was great all night, especially from that. Just you could tell it was going to be a good game from Derrick Henry after that 87-yard run. He's been really good to start this season, man. He averaged nearly 9 yards per carry tonight. Had a touchdown. And also had 1 receiving. 2 total touchdowns from Derrick Henry tonight. Lamar Jackson had 3 total. This is a lethal duo, man. Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. It's such a lethal duo. And their defense played really well too. Lamar Jackson and that running game had looked really good. Had looked really good through the first 3 weeks. Josh Allen didn't have a great game tonight. They kind of did struggle to run the football. Their only touchdown came with Ty Johnson rushing. Other than that, they really struggled, man. It's one of the rare weeks where the Bills just didn't look well. And look, these type of games will happen. This doesn't change my thinking about the Bills. I still think they're going to be an underrated team. I still think they're going to be a good team. These games will happen on a long season. You have to take a hard look in the mirror and see how you can learn from these type of games. The film session will not be fun for them tomorrow, when they look back at it. But you got to credit the Ravens' defense. They have a good defense. They finally took advantage of this banged-up defense and never let the Bills' offense get comfortable. They took advantage of the Bills' banged-up defense. Missing Terrell Bernard, Tron Johnson, and they never let the Bills' offense get comfortable. They never once let them get comfortable. But they just need to watch the film on tackling and blocking. Granted, tackling Henry is an absolute nightmare. They didn't pursue to the ball very much. The Ravens, they just physically beat up Buffalo. The Ravens balled out. Like the Bills, I still think are good. The Ravens just kicked. It's just simple. They kicked the Bills' asses tonight. But that's the formula, I think, for Ravens to win games. Is Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry both go off, and their defense. Don't let an offense get comfortable. The Bills, we got some bad news after the game. Close Shakir. Obviously he finished the game with an injury after his ankle in the first quarter, but he did lead the Bills locker room in a walking boot. I think it's just a precaution. I think maybe it's a precaution, but if it was serious, he wouldn't have went back in the game. Adrenal is a hell of a medicine for a sprain, and I can confirm that. But the Bills, their wide receiver room. Considering that wide receiver Curtis Samuel was the big free agent addition for them this offseason, I really thought we'd be seeing more of Curtis Samuel. We haven't really seen much of him. I'm missing APP file, PB and file PB and J, a missing persons report for Curtis Samuel. He hasn't done shit so far. It would be great if they could figure out how to use him effectively. Not to mention, Marcus Valdez-Scantling, I would give it. But Dawson Knox, he has a big contract. You want to utilize all these guys. And they just simply didn't. And then there was some trick play called in the third quarter. That wasn't great. Obviously the Bills got their ass whooped. The coaches did as well. Not going for it on 4th down in your opponent's territory a few times. Dropping Gregory Rousseau into coverage a few times. And when they've stopped them twice in a row, with the game still in reach, that's what they did. A freaking trick play. Come on, man. Like, I don't know, man. Just to me, this coach, Judge McDermott, deep-minded coaches don't last. And just that was a stupid play call, man. Trick play when the game's still in reach. But he's made many dumb calls, like DeMar Hamlin fake punt. I'm with the game on the line against forgot who, but it was a playoff game. Took the ball out of Josh Allen's hands to let a trash kicker attempt a long field goal in a playoff game. Like, He makes some dumb calls, man. Josh Allen was 16 of 19 tonight, 16 of 29, 180 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. A very rough game. 5 runs, 21 yards. So it's just one of those games where Josh Allen just didn't play well. They never let the Ravens never let him get comfortable. It's probably the best the Ravens defense has looked so far after the first few games. James Cook 9 runs, 39 yards. He had 1 catch for 9 yards. Ray Davis 7 runs, 11 yards. Curtis Samuel 1 run, 7 yards, and he had 2 catches, 8 yards. He hasn't done shit so far for this Bills team. You want him to do? You probably want him to do more. Some Bills fans didn't like the contract when he got it, and some don't like it now. And they're using him to say like he's Isaiah McKenzie, and that's a big problem. Khalil Shakir 4 catches, 62 yards. This is one of the few highlights. I mean, Khalil Shakir played well. But again, the Ravens are 1-1, and without Bernard Milano, and Johnson, the Bills probably could have gotten away with playing nickel base. But the Bills knew all 3 were out, and the game plan was let's hope Spector, Williams, and Lewis can just be like our missing pros. Like, to try and expect those guys to be 3 all-pros, don't think that's going to happen. Cam Coleman 3 catches, 51 yards. Kincaid 5 catches, 47 yards. Hollins 1 catch, 5 yards. Knox 1 catch, 0 yards. MVS 0 catches, 0 yards. So they just didn't play as well they had defensively most of this season, or the first 3 games, and their offense didn't really spread the football out like they had been. The only thing, Balin Spector got a sack tonight. He got his first sack. For the Ravens, Lamar Jackson, 13 of 18, 156, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Also had 6 runs, 54 yards, 9 carrying a touchdown. Derrick Henry, 24 carries, 199 yards, 8.3 yards per carry, 1 touchdown. Derrick Henry through the first 4 games has 490 rushing yards, first in the NFL. Rushing average 6.0 yards per carry, career high. Rushing first downs 24, second in the NFL, and first in the NFL with the longest run 87 yards, man. That's Lamar Jackson's effect. That's the effect of having both Lamar and Henry on the field together is a defensive nightmare. And you can have Kenyon Mitchell, Justice Hill. Just what a ridiculous ground game they have. And Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson each rank in the top 10 rush yards for their position, I think. Or just in general. But they have such a dangerous ground game. Justice Hill, 4 runs, 18 yards. Also had 6 catches, 78 yards on a touchdown. Likely 1 catch, 26 yards. Bateman, 1 catch, 23 yards. Aguilar, 2 catches, 10 yards. Henry, 3 catches, 10 yards and a touchdown. Zay Flowers, 1 catch, 10 yards. Mark Andrews, once again, 0 catches, 0 yards. He hasn't done shit so far. Like, is he legit terrible now? I guess to me, significant injuries piling. He just looks he looks like he's lost his confidence with the emergence of Isaiah Likely, and Mark Andrews is gonna be one of the biggest disappointments. Blanked for the 2nd week in a row. I don't know, but they ran one of the hottest teams to start this season out of the freaking bank with Zay Flowers and Mark Andrews as non-factors. Yeah, the Bills jumped to 3-1. Ravens improved to 2-2. Bills, you gotta look yourself in the mirror after tonight's game here, because games like this will happen. And the Bills defensively, their linebackers had 57 defensive snaps. Dorian Williams continued strong tackle efficiency, I guess. Balin Spector played well. He played solid, but they really need Terrell Bernard and Matt Milano back. But that difference was really the 2nd quarter. when the Baltimore Ravens went up, what was it, 21-3. I'm like, yeah, I don't think Bills are gonna come back because their offense just ain't played well through the whole game. So they get rolled, and the Ravens win here 35-10. So that's all to say. That's all I got to say here. Leave a like, comment, subscribe for more. And until next time, have a lot. Peace, and I'll see you guys technically, I guess, later today, since it's now Monday. Mets Braves doubleheader today. Monday Night Football. It's gonna be a busy day, folks. So leave a like, comment, subscribe for more. Until next time, out. Peace.